Hi, this is one of the project showcasing industrial pipeline 3D scanning using Chassis 1, the LiDAR scanner. The customer want me to track the green pipes for making the replacement. And this factory was built 35 years ago, and they don't have as-built drawing of the pipes. Before the LiDAR scanner, the only way that you can measure the pipeline like this is by using a measuring tape and total station. But it would take days just to measure the complex pipeline like this. Okay, at first I did not intend to use the Chassis one for scanning this. It was my backup LiDAR scanner, but my main gear that cost 22,000 US dollar, it starts to have issue with tracking when it comes to about 4th floor. I have to wait for it to retrack, and that's take a very long time. And I have to do another 15 scans like this. So I switched to the Chassis one in this video, as you can see, and it's tracked very well. From the 15 scans that I made in this project, none of them is failed. And the Chassis one weighs only 1 kilogram, which is a lot less than my main gear, which is weight around 8 kilograms. And some of you ask me if one battery is enough. I would say yes. I made 15 scans like this with just one battery, and I didn't recharge it during the project. So what I like the most about the Chassis one here is that it has a very excellent tracking performance. Because many LiDAR scanner, you just can't walk like this up 4-5 stairs, go down, go another route and come back. So it will lose track and you have a failed scan. By the time that you realize that your scan is failed, that you have to run it through your PC, which is you have already left the job site. And Chassis one is quite easy to use. All you have to do is hold it in the horizontal plane. You can tilt it about 5 degrees, but if you tilt it too much, it's going to pop up you a warning message. And when you want to have a clear shot of the scan, you can just stop and wait. Just hold your scanner still and wait for 5 or 6 seconds, then it will capture more data in that area. And if the job site is unsafe, like this job site, you should have a spotter walking behind you. In some of the area that I scan, it's very dusty and very hot. But I don't find any issue with when using the Chassis one. The handlebar grip is very good. It's stick to my hand like a glue. But after 2 days of using this, I start to notice that the rubber grip start to wear out. Because it's made from a very soft rubber. It's very grippy, but it's soft. And other than that, I don't have any complaint on the hardware of the Chassis one. Now I'm walking toward the end of the pipe route, and I'm aiming for the pipe that runs to the floors above me that I would just walk down. If the scan is failed, the pipe will not connect when you scan from the ground floor and from the floors above it. That's the issue that I found in many LiDAR scanner. The processing time in my computer, my laptop, with this scan is 1 hour and 40 minutes. Okay, now I'm returning to the starting point. I want you to look at the red trajectory, and you will notice that it drifts about 5 meters, and this will be correct in the software. Okay, this is in Share Studio. They have a batch processing so that when you make a multiple scans, you can queue it up in the software. I can left my laptop process this data while I was in the hotel at night, and I will have the result ready in the morning. I have already processed the first 7 scans from the chassis one, the scan from the first day, and it works flawlessly. There is no error. I have 32 gigs of RAM on this laptop. It's Ryzen 9 8945H CPU with the RTX 4070. You can see that it used all of the CPU cores and some of the GPU during point cloud processing, and right now it's using about 9 gigabyte of the memory. But if the loop is long, I mean 20 minutes plus, it's going to use very close to 32 gigs of RAM, and you are going to have like more than 90 million points. So I recommend that you should split your loop at 20 minutes, because if you continue to scan longer than 20 minutes, you are going to have massive data. It's not that you should add more RAM to your PC. It's not going to resolve the issue, because if you have a very large point cloud, more than 100 million points, you are going to have an issue opening it in the third-party software like CAD software. Advisable that you should split your loop in 20 minutes long, and you should be able to open and work with your point cloud efficiently. Okay, here's the result of the pipe scanning. This is the table that I start the scan. This will be the non-color version. So the non-color version of the point cloud is very difficult to understand. For the job like this, you are going to need a color scanning, because without the color you cannot identify the position of the pipe. Even though the non-color version has 119 million points, and for the color version it has 90, so it's about 20% less the number of the point cloud. The color one is a lot easier to see, because the pipe that I'm tracking is in the green color, which is this one. So if you can't see the green color pipe, then it's going to work fine. Okay, you can see that this scan is complete and perfect, because when you come back to the starting point, you can see that the column, the wall thickness of the column is very thin in the starting and the end point. So there is no double wall. The double wall is the indication of the failed scanning. The wall on the starting and the end point is very thin. I think it's about 1 centimeter. So the SLAM algorithm has corrected the drifting error, because in the earlier of the video you see that the starting and the end point, it drifts about 5-6 meters in this scan, but now the wall are aligned together. Click on here, first person. Okay, this will be the starting point that I'm going up. This will be the pipe that I'm tracking, so it's all there. Okay, this will be the pipe that I'm tracking. Okay, it's quite visible for finding the center line of the pipe. Going up here, so the pipe is still visible, and the pipe will go up here. Okay, let's go over the top here and run down here. Okay, you can't clearly see the position of the pipe like this, so the engineer can track the pipe center lines. I will do this by drawing a circle because the diameter of the pipe is known. So I draw a circle and snap it onto the point cloud. So there is no a ghosting double wall. I think after I come here, I go up this wall. Yep. This is another pipe that I need to track. This pipe. I go up to here. Okay, this is the walkway. This is the walkway that I come here. And yeah, I can clearly see the pipe. 90 million points. So this is the pipe. Okay, this will be the pipeline that run along this walkway. It's a service way, not a walkway. So and it's come down here, the pipe. So in the place where I can be very close to the pipe, like in this area, so it will have more information. And if you want to make a measurement, so this pipe is 3 meters. If you want to measure, $11.4 meters. I think it's enough information for tracking the pipe. Cloud Compare doesn't have a first person. Sometimes you need to use a first person view for a presentation. And the color scanning is really help to identify the location of the pipe. You see the pipeline is come with the radius and bend. There's a lot of bend. With the pipe, it's just one of the 15 using the C1. So I'm not going to show off this because it's just a pipe. You're not going to see anything interesting, but I can tell you that it works. If the distance from the scanning point is less than 20 meters, you will get almost complete information. If it's further than 20, it's going to be fade away, the information. And the location that you scan should has bright light if you want the color. Okay, some note here. In some of the area that is very dark, you can use the flashlight and point it toward the area that you want to scan, and it will capture with the color. Okay, so in my conclusion, this C1 does work with the industrial pipeline scanning, and quality is very good. And you already seen that the trajectory that I walk during the scan is very complex, and some of the scan is even more complex than this. Shad told me that this C1 is not made for scanning pipe, but as I can see here, it can scan the pipe very well. Alright, thanks you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.